Morning. We have arrived at Roger's place for WE Day here in Edmonton, and the first thing on the list is a live-eye. Good work, Spencer. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, it's early right now. What's the energy going to be like in about an hour and a half here?
It's going to be overwhelming. The stage will shake, your face might crack, but like, get ready. So here's what's happening. Today, we're trying something different, where we're gonna have folks come in, they're gonna pick a game that we're gonna play. We're gonna play that on our broke-ass, cheap-ass table set. This is what happens when you live in the cheap vlog life. And then we're just gonna chat with them while we play a game. We'll see how it goes. I'm really nervous.
Why are you so nervous?
I don't know. Like...
Is this your first interview ever?
It's, well, yeah, kind of.
Okay.
That I've, like, done and researched by myself.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
It's time.
Yeah.
So this guy is super nervous. I've never seen him this nervous before at a WE Day. He usually gets a little bit nervous, but he's really focusing today on this new speech, so.
WE Day! Make some noise for my good friend, Spencer!
Many of you might assume that growing up and living with a physical disability has been the hardest challenge I've faced. But you would be wrong. Having a physical disability was actually the easiest challenge to face because of all the love and support I got from my friends and family. The hardest challenge I faced is something that I'm now choosing to tell you. Something that I struggled to accept for the first 21 years of my life. But now that I have a voice and a platform, I want to share that with all of you. And this is the first time I'm actually saying it from this stage. I'm gay.
Yes, Pinsa!
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
How did it feel?
I'm sweating.
How are you feeling? That was the most nervous I think I've ever seen you.
I'm feeling really like super emotional.
Yeah.
It was like 10 years of wanting to do that.
Right.
And not being the right time. And this was it. So it was a lot. I don't know if I can fully process everything. I'm just glad that I was given the opportunity to do it. I don't know. That's all I have for you right now.
Okay. You can relax now.
Okay. So, folks, I'm actually really excited. We're here with Lights. Lights I met a while ago, but I've never really got to sit down and talk to her, and I think you're so rad.
I think you're so rad. I remember watching you speak at that WE Day. It must have been 2011?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just so amazed, and it was inspirational and motivational, and you're in my mind a lot, so it's really cool to sit down and talk to you, because I don't think we actually got to chat. But.
We didn't. We did like a press panel, and then we like left. It was like a weird thing.
No, you're right. That's right.
Yeah.
We did a panel.
Yeah.
The
for water.
Yeah. That's right.
Good times. So it was. So we're gonna play a game, and actually, Lights has already chosen the game.
Up here.
You're welcome.
I feel like you have to be red.
Oh,
or do you want yellow?
You know, I'm just gonna like break the mold here.
Okay, I like that.
Be yellow.
I like that. The first thing I feel like I want to say to you is like, I haven't seen you since you became a mom.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm dying to know the story behind her name.
It's a funny story.
Is it okay if I ask that?
Yeah, it's actually a funny story because do I go? Do I just go?
Yeah. Okay. You can go first.
All right, here we go.
Oh, perfect.
I'm gonna do this. So we were doing a show. I was 3 months pregnant, and I hadn't told my band yet. And we were doing a show at PNE in Vancouver, which is like the fair or whatever.
Okay.
And I was like, this is the night. I'm gonna tell them.
Yeah.
And it was like around the time that I'd made the decision to like keep doing music and be a mother at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of a liberating time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting, you have strategy here.
Yeah, I sure do.
You're like. And so I remember I told them, and they're like, we kind of knew, you know. I stopped drinking wine. So it was just like this very liberating night, and we get on stage, and there's this massive like neon rocket in the fair behind the crowd.
Okay.
And I remember just being like, this is like epic. I'm talking about the rocket on the stage. I love space. This is cool.
Yeah.
And then about halfway through the show, maybe towards the end of the show, I realized it was actually just a sideways Ferris wheel. And I thought it was a rocket the whole time. But if you look, like Google sideways Ferris wheel, it looks like a rocket. kind of. So yeah, nothing's happening important.
Trying to distract me.
Yeah, distracting conversation. And so it became kind of a running joke, and then my sister was like, oh, Rocket, that's a really cool name. And I didn't know if she's gonna be a boy or a girl, so I was like, hey, that works for both. And my previous name choice was Cloud and Link. Wow. One's a Final Fantasy reference, one is a Zelda reference, obviously.
Yeah, Jen loves Zelda.
Yeah, the best.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was like...
That's really
that
cool.
Was the name.
That's really cool. And that feels fitting to your family and your personality, and like, I love that. It just, to me, it all makes sense.
We all have weird names, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, whatever. Did you go, or is it my turn?
I did go.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Oh, you sneaker! I got you.
Something that, and I would like you to confirm or deny this, something that I heard about you is that you're a survivalist.
Yes.
Okay.
Prepper.
I want to talk to you about this
yes.
because
love this.
I'm into it, but the zombie apocalypse. But I'm serious. I'm not like like zombies is just kind of like silly.
That's
but
like a funny one, but actually prepping for real.
Yeah. Where did that like come from?
Probably my mom. Okay. Because she's always sort of been like the end game goal is like living off the land, being off the grid kind of thing, and that's partly thinking about apocalypse situations, but it's also like comes from her love of the earth, and she's a bit of a hippie, and she just wants to be able to be off the grid kind of thing. Yeah. So there's always been that conversation in the family. Okay. And then I started reading all these survival books about things that could happen, and started watching Doomsday Preppers, and was like, oh, there could be like an EMP that throws the world, there could be economic collapse, there's like any number of reasons that this could happen to. And so it's always just been a fascination of mine to be like, well, what if, let's be prepared kind of thing. Because you know what? Maybe nothing ever happens. There's this Michael Shannon movie called Shelter where he like spends his whole, I haven't seen it, but I know about it. Spends his whole, I'm gonna spoil it for you, but no, it's okay, he spends his whole life prepping it, and it like causes like a rift in his family and stuff, and then finally he decides like walking away, not finishing this bomb shelter I'm building, and then at the end they all die from the apocalypse. No. Yeah. Spoiler, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Okay, that proves my point. Yeah, that's right. So I went. You went, okay. Yeah, so what are the three, like if you could pick 3 things that everyone should have? To prep with? Yeah. I see you spot on it. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so. Are you distracted now? No, I won! Oh, you totally did! Look at the worst like poker face. Like, you did. I'm gonna win. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna do another round because I feel like I need a rematch. Yes. Okay. Everyone should have a water filter. A water filter. One of the most important things. Okay. Because you will not survive without water. So if you have something that I should be helping you here. No, I got you. Thank you for doing that. Yeah. Everyone needs a water filter, whether that's like filter tablets that can filter like a vat of water, or a life straw, or whatever allows you to make water clean. Okay. That's important. Or like a cistern catchment system if you plan on bugging in, which means like when it strikes you stay home. Oh, got it. A bug out is like when you pack up and leave. So people will have a bug out bag which like is prepped and ready to go, so when things happen you take it and you go and you have a plan on a place to go. Right. Or you can bug in. I would bug in where I live right now. Okay. It's kind of in the mountains with this big garden, and I'm actually designing and I'm gonna build a bomb shelter studio, so you can make music underground in like this cool bomb shelter. Amazing! Yeah, that's a cool idea. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go first again. So first being water, like a water filtration system of some kind. Another probably being, depends on the kind of apocalypse you're prepping for. Yeah. But I would say some way to create fire. Okay. Whether that's like a flint or gas. I wouldn't recommend gas, it's heavy and like volatile. Yeah. Or like a lighter or like something, some way to create fire. And the third one probably being like food supply. Like, and one of the ones I have is like lentils. They're small and they're not heavy, but they can last forever dried in a bag. Oh. And they create so much food when you rehydrate and then cook them. So keep a whole bunch of dried beans and stuff, and those will last you forever. That's so smart. Okay, that's super helpful. So something for water, something for fire, and then some sort of food. And a fun fact, this is super nerdy on my end. When I was a kid, I took like a hunter safety course with my dad. Yes. And we did our teacher took a Bic lighter, put in a glass of water for the entire class, which was like an hour and a half. Wow. Took it out of the glass, shook it out, blew on it a few times, lit right up.
So
they
FYI.
can get wet.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
interesting.
Bic lighter can. He said only Bic lighter.
I like that stuck with you too.
It
like
did.
that you remember that. Having taken that class, you're more prepped than most people. You know what I mean? Like we don't realize how much we don't know about survival.
Yeah. I feel like I have to be because I would be the guy that, like, I can't run fast. So I feel like if something were to happen, like I need to be prepared to just
I'm bugging it.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Or my buddies have a running joke, but it's half serious, that they have kids and they're gonna have the baby Bjorn on their back, so I can ride on their back, so they can run, so then I can watch their back as we like run through the
I'll
forest.
be the lookout.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Amazing.
It's your turn.
You can have the bow and arrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you foiled my plan.
And the other thing that I've recently learned about you, based on your new album, is that you were into comics.
Yeah.
And that you created your own comic.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Where did that passion come from? How did you find that?
I've always loved comics.
Okay.
It's always been something that's influenced my creative process and the aesthetic of what I do, and I've always wanted to make a comic, but never knew how. So kind of always doubted myself in terms of like what I really allowed myself to do. And where you go with
I know
this?
some part we might have to stop with questions.
So I just kind of made the commitment to myself to learn how to do it. So with the last album, Skin and Earth, there's a comic that went with it, and there's 2 songs per issue. There's 6 issues in total, and I wrote and drew and lettered this entire thing, and everything is connected. And in the graphic novel that came out in July, which is like a collected edition of all the issues together. There's scannable QR codes that like you just open your phone camera and like scan it, and music comes up, the music videos, just like it's like a very immersive multimedia project, and I've never seen anything like that even as a comic fan. So that was really cool.
That's
to
awesome.
To create and be part of, you know.
That's really cool to like feed that passion. It's also your turn.
So yeah, that'd be my like big takeaway from this project is like don't ever doubt the things that you can achieve. You know what I mean? Like it was. Oh, come on!
I felt so bad interrupting like a beautiful message that you were saying.
That's where you got me. I easily distracted when I go in depth.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But not to say you didn't deserve to win. It was well earned.
I used it to my advantage for sure. Okay, one last question for you. Are you a Mario Kart fan, number one? Okay, and if you are, who's your favorite character and what's your like weapon of choice?
Are we referring to like the Switch version, or are we referring to N64?
Well, what do you prefer?
N64.
Okay, well then let's go with that.
Wario is my favorite character.
Okay, why is Wario?
Yeah, so he's big, he's like a bruiser. Yeah. But he also has maneuverability to a degree. Okay. More so than Bowser, more so than Donkey Kong, who are the other 2 big characters. Okay. So I always pick Wario. I just love his evil laugh, I guess. Okay. And then I think the blue shell is my favorite. Yeah. The blue shell is definitely the best because you are guaranteed success with the blue shell. 100%. Unless you're at the front. Yeah. In which case it sucks. Actually, you don't get the blue shell when you're at the front.
You don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. Okay.
I still like the blue shell.
Good one.
I was gonna ask, do you spend a lot of time at the back?
Yeah.
I was like, well, no, that's the one thing you know is like a failsafe where like when I'm not first, I'm like, this is gonna get me. Yeah. But that's also I knew all the. I speak in past tense because I hardly play N64 anymore. Yeah. But I have recently hooked it up to my TV, which is like a really big TV, and it's very pixely. Yeah. You're like, okay, I gotta sit at the neighbor's house to see this. Yeah. But yeah, I used to know all the shortcuts and everything, and yeah, I was always at the front actually. Okay. Yeah. But now when we play it on tour with Switch, I'm horrible at it. Horrible. Are you? Yeah. What? It's like it's a shame as a gamer. It's a shame.
I feel like you just like maybe you just need a bit more practice.
I do, but I hate it because I'm not good at it. Okay. So I won't practice. Okay. So awesome.
Oh my gosh, Lights! Thank you. This was so fun.
It was so fun.
Oh my gosh, you're the absolute best.
I'm glad we ended on like a 1-1 score.
Yeah, me too. Feels good.
I feel good about that.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah, likewise. Seriously.
Yeah, thank you. This was amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I genuinely am really enamored with you. Yeah.
Likewise, seriously.
Yeah. All right, folks, that's the end of part 1 of WE Day Edmonton. As we learned from Lights, it's important to be prepared for any sort of apocalypse. This is your intermission. Go grab some popcorn, get some snacks, go pee, get your blanket, and come back because part 2 is coming. As always.
It's coming on Monday.
Yeah. As always, your new best friend. Call us every 5 minutes. I'm not going to say goodbye because you better come back.
See you later.
Nope.
Nothing?
Nope, don't say bye. We want them to come back.
Okay.
Okay.
See you in part 2.
Okay.
Was I allowed to say that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.